come from a little place called Canada, but I've recently moved to Cardiff. Because that's what you do, I guess. But in Canada, we drink a lot of rye whiskey because we have our own whiskey, and it's kind of this underrated whiskey that I feel I've been doing a lot of traveling and people don't appreciate the good old Canadian whiskey, and it's probably the thing I miss the most about being back home. Don't tell my mother. So I wrote a song called Rye Whiskey. No Kentucky bourbon hands to me, but I am a good old Canadian son. Rye whiskey is my number one. See, I mess around with the devil's liquor, and I once tried vodka, well, I'd never been sicker.